fingers were going on the lines, so you were playing in tune. And I really liked your sound. You had your bow right in the middle, right over these holes, exactly the way it's supposed to be, and your bow was going nice and straight. So I really don't have that much to say, so just a couple of suggestions. If you put your violin on your shoulder, and put your bow on the D string. If you notice your elbow's a little bit low, so a good rule is to have your elbow up as high as the string you're playing on. So if you're on the G, here, if you're on the D, there, if you're on the A, and then when you're on the E, it's over here. So that will give you more, you've already got quite a powerful sound, but that will give you even more power if you want to play really loud at some point. And then it'll also help you if you're going to play really soft, so just a variety of sounds. And along with that, as you can see, when I raised your elbow, your hand went over your stick a little more. Did you notice that? And I'm keeping this thumb curved. So yeah, everything is going to kind of form a square, and your hand will be flat on top like that. So can you just play like 2 open Ds? Like that. Yeah, now play as loudly as you can. Right, and then you have more variety of dynamics. That's really nice. And I also noticed that you have a great start of vibrato. So if you had to tell someone from outer space that just landed here how to do vibrato, how would you tell them?
It's kind of like wiggle your hand back and forth.
Exactly, but more specifically, it's actually like you're waving to yourself. Yeah, have you ever thought about that? Yeah, like, I am so awesome, yes, hello. So one way that I like to practice that is to anchor my hand against the side of my instrument so that, I don't know if you've ever seen yourself doing vibrato in the mirror. Do you ever watch yourself play in the mirror? That can be really helpful. Or have someone, you've got some people recording you, right? That could help too. But you're kind of moving your arm and your hand at the same time. Did you notice that? Yeah, so this part of your arm actually doesn't need to do anything when you're doing vibrato. It's just from the wrist. Because if you think about it, when you're waving to yourself, you don't do that either, do you? So that's why I like to have you start out with your hand anchored here so that your arm can't do anything. So put your first finger on the string. Yep, and then you're going to relax, so release your finger, and then just basically polish your string back and forth so that you've got that waving motion going on. And then you're going to do that with your second finger, and then with your third finger, and then with the dreaded fourth finger. Yeah, and then when you're really comfortable with that, then you make your motion smaller, and then eventually you're ending up in one spot. Does that make sense? And then when you're super comfortable with that, then you can move your hand away from the side of your instrument and do the same exercise. But still, did you see what happened when you took your hand away? Then your arm did this funny thing again. So making sure that your arm still stays still. Can you do that waving motion again? It's a different feeling, isn't it? Yeah, and then gradually making your motion smaller, and then being in one spot. So you've got a really good start on all those things, but those 2 suggestions will really help enhance your playing, I think. And don't worry if you don't get the vibrato right away. It's one of these things that the muscles are there. It's just you've got to figure out how to use them. So nice work. Thank you so much for coming. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay.
Good job.